Dear Mom, I'm really sorry you sucked up my peanut butter sandwich in the vacuum cleaner. I admit, I did slide it a little closer to the hose when you weren't looking, and then up it went. I still wonder, though, why you were vacuuming the kitchen table during lunch. You always were a little neat like that. I'm also really sorry for hanging up the phone when you were talking to Kimmy. Whenever you disappear into the living room, stretching out that cord as you walked and gestured and laughed that magnetic laugh you have, it just seemed too amazing that I could mash the button and 2 seconds later you'd be screaming my name. The time I came home hysterical and I said it was my stomach and we almost went to the ER. Well, really, I was just scared because I had snorted this uncooked black-eyed pea up my nose and I couldn't get it out. Mom, you shouldn't have left the syringe with the needle in the medicine cabinet. I am sorry, though, about sticking Alicia Addington with it. I'm also sorry for being such a pill at school. I now know that fighting on the first day of first grade is not what you would call an auspicious beginning. And yes, punching Bobby Slivka wasn't worth the extra handwriting practice, and you're right. Putting mashed potatoes in Leslie Blue's chair didn't exactly qualify as acceptable flirting. You might not have known this, but pulling the fire alarm netted me $5. But it also landed me a one-on-one with Clarkston's fire chief, whose mustache did these weird caterpillar movements when he smiled. And he didn't smile much that day. And yes, snapping Tracy Miller's bra was unnecessary, but in fairness, so was the bra at the time. Despite my prankish ways, you persevered with your difficult first child. When they wanted to send me home at noon every day from school, you convinced them to let me stay by giving art lessons to first graders, which is a good thing. I still remember the clay ashtray I made. And isn't it odd that the entire first grade class made their parents' ashtrays? When it seemed I had a thing for words and writing, we read in bed at night, and you made the drive to the Decatur Public Library, where you convinced the librarians to give me unlimited checkout privileges. You became my teacher when everyone said I was unteachable. When I think about the early years we spent together when Dad was traveling all the time, these are the things I remember you teaching me. Water your plants till the water comes out the bottom. Carry scissors point down always. Eat, and don't you dare touch your face. Never turn down a breath mint. Vanilla extract makes the brownie. Always make the bed. Clean as you go, and this is the most important, never put ladies' underwear in a dryer. And then there were the skills requiring great patience. You did teach me how to catch a baseball with my face on occasion, how to sketch a great tree, how to tie my shoe, make popcorn on the stove, how to prop pillows to read without really hurting your neck, why swishing coffee before you swallow gets the toaster crumbs out, but it also stains your teeth, so you have to brush afterward. How to drive a stick shift in Stone Mountain parking lot, how to draw blood from a rolling cephalic vein, how to appreciate an art museum, why the great books should always be read twice, and why sugar and soda are from the devil. When you were young, the men were smitten. I see that now. I remember how I used to camp out in the bathroom with you while you did your makeup and hair. I still recall the speeches about the nighttime face regimen, wash, pat dry, oil of Olay, chapstick. How when you were 60, you would look 40. Well, you made good on that one, Mom. They still think we're brother and sister. And then there were the unforgettables. The time you threw the sandwich at Dad. The time you cold-cocked Ryan for saying yuck at the dinner table. And then there was the year that the canned pumpkin was recalled at Kroger, and you launched 2 pumpkin pies at the sink simultaneously from across the kitchen on Thanksgiving. Why do all these food memories involve the hurling of small objects? And yes, Mom, I even remember the tough times. When you called to say that your dad had died, or when Ryan stopped breathing and for the next 18 years, you checked on him every night, just to be sure. Losing your mom and your brother was extremely hard. It's not hard to see why you devoted your entire career to helping people as a nurse. How many years did you dispense TLC and Band-Aids to the kids in the neighborhood and random strangers at shopping malls? How many times did you prevent someone else from losing someone they love the most? You see, within you, I know there's a force that lives, rises up out of that Pennsylvania steeliness in your core. It makes you strong and soft at the same time, paradoxical and enigmatic, yet understandable in an unknowable way, sort of like a planet at the horizon. You gave me life, and you gave me a life worth living, and in my thanks, I still remain that little boy who remembers Garfield Drive like a grainy home movie that you'll love to find in the attic. Me, 6 again, holes in the tough skins, big old bush of red hair, if you can imagine that. Stuck to you like a bumper sticker with a million questions and a million reasons why you were the one I love more than all the chocolate milk on the planet. Thank you.